welcome you back to Bearcat Stadium. We've been in a weather delay for almost an hour now. We were originally told that the weather delay was only going to be 30 minutes, and then radar reports showed another cell behind the one that was on top of us initially. So they ended up extending the weather delay almost another 30 minutes. That's been almost an hour since play was halted. As we are set to resume, it'll be Brinkley's football. 4 minutes, 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Brinkley with the football at their own 22-yard line. First down from there as they had just taken over after Brookland's second score. It's 14-0 as we resume play. Brookland with the lead. Brookland scored with the 9:55 mark of the first quarter and then at the 4:08 mark of the first quarter. Brinkley's quarterback out of the shotgun. Play clock winding down to 7 seconds now. It's a long, may have changed the play at the line of scrimmage, it appears, and he still appears to be audibling. Just got the snap off in time. Fires complete out in the flat, but it's well defended by the Bearcats for a loss of yardage. A loss of about 5 or 6 yards. Yarbrough there defending for the Bearcats. And it sets up 2nd and 16 for Brinkley. A little over 4 minutes, or right at 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. Here's Brinkley back to throw, sets up, got a receiver on the sideline. The ball was underthrown, and he was not able to get back to retrieve it, so it brings up 3rd and 16 now for Brinkley.
Broke up again by number 89, Blake Yarbrough. Brings up 3rd down and 16 for the Tigers.
Ball back at about the 16-yard line of the Tigers. Brinkley with a spread formation. The quarterback back to throw. Rose to the near side, being heavily pursued from behind. Now here comes pursuit from the front side. He's knocked out of bounds. Picked up about a 3 or 4 yard gain after the spot, but still well shy of the initial line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 4th and about 13 needed for Brinkley. They'll have to punt it away. And Brookland is set up for the return.
Cody Hoffman back to punt.
At about the 50-yard line. Hoffman set to punt for Brinkley. High snap goes over his head. Here comes the rush for the football, and the punter's able to land on it in the end zone for a safety. So it'll be a safety for Brookland as the snap goes over the head of the Brinkley punter, and he was able to get on it, but it was in his own end zone. So Brookland still gets 2 points out of the deal on the safety. That'll make the score 16-0. We'll step aside for a timeout, and we're back with more from Bearcat Stadium. In a moment, you're watching high school football on Tubetown.
Mom, what's wrong with the internet? Who's streaming again? Why is it so slow?
Why it's not working?
Mom, something's wrong with the internet.
I don't know.
Don't let your family suffer from a slow internet connection. With Ritter, you get the speed you need for online harmony. Speed matters. Get the highest internet speed only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
And we welcome you back to Bearcat Stadium. Brookland has just scored on a safety. They now lead at 16-0. Now we await the free kick from the 30-yard line for Brinkley. Brookland's return men are set up between the 25 and 30-yard lines on the Bearcat end of the field. Short kick fielded at the 47. And Brookland's return man on the move, breaking tackles, and finally brought down inside Brinkley territory at the 37-yard line. On the return for Brookland was Trey Newman, a 5'7", 150-pound sophomore with a shifty return, and once again, Brookland's going to take over in great field possession. So far, this entire game has been played on the Tiger end of the field, with the exception of maybe the first 1 or 2 plays from scrimmage for Brookland. And they very quickly and effectively moved the ball downfield on their first possession of the evening. So Brookland with the football, going with 3 receivers wide right, 1 man slot left, 1 receiver to the left. Slot man comes in motion to the near side now. He'll give it off to Campbell over the right side. He's got some running room as he crosses the 35-yard line and takes it down to about the 34, maybe the 33. It'll be second down after a pickup of about 4 yards for Brookland.
70, DeQuan Leon. Gains 4 on the play, brings up a 2nd and 6.
Dillon works the Brookland quarterback, sets his offense on 2nd and 6. Fires complete out in the flat to a receiver who's close to first down yardage. Looks like he'll be tackled about a yard or 2 shy of the first down marker. So it should bring up 3rd and 1 or 2 for Brookland. The ball spotted.
Brings up a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
At about the 30, I believe that's the 33-yard line. 2 receivers to the near side. Out of the shotgun, the give to Campbell over the right side. He breaks a tackle, finds a big hole, foot race to the end zone. He will score if there are no flags. I don't see any markers, and Campbell takes it in from 33 yards away. And the Bearcats they've had the ball 3 times, they've scored 3 times, plus a safety to boot, and it's still in the first quarter. The route is on here at Bearcat Stadium. We await the extra point kick now by Blake Yarbrough. Clay Humphrey is the holder. And flags are down just as the ball is snapped. So that'll nullify the kick. 2:21 remaining in the first quarter. It's going to be offsides against Brinkley. So now we'll see if Brookland will maybe opt to go for 2 instead. They'll move it forward. Looks like they're still going to opt to kick. Again, Clay Humphrey the holder. Blake Yarbrough is the Bearcat kicker. That one was kind of slow getting off, but he nailed it. And so with 2:21 remaining in the first quarter, it's now 23-0 in favor of Brookland. We'll step aside for a timeout. Back with more in a moment. You're watching high school football on Tubetown.
Make no mistake about it. Business is a race. The faster you deliver, the better. These days, old school is getting schooled. Northeast Arkansas is now doing business at quantum speed. Introducing Quantum, only from Ritter Communications. Try to keep up.
We welcome you back to Bearcat Stadium. Brookland firmly in control here in the first quarter. On their first night of varsity football, they lead Brinkley 23-0 with 2:21 remaining in the first quarter. Brookland has scored every time they've had the ball tonight. Their defense has scored a safety. Here's the Bearcat kickoff. It's fumbled, now retrieved by the Brinkley return man, and then he runs out of running alleys and goes down under a swarm of black Bearcat jerseys. There's a flag at the end of the play. We'll see what that's about. Tackle made at about the 16 or the 17-yard line. Trey Newman led the charge defensively for Brookland. Now we'll see what the marker is about. Most likely a personal foul against someone based on the timing of when the flag flew. Penalty is against
Foul backs the
Brinkley.
ball up to the 10-yard line.
Personal foul will move the ball back to the 11. And so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line for the Tigers from their own 11. Two receivers to the left, one to the right, one man in the backfield behind the quarterback. He gets the handoff and finds a hole to jump through, takes it out over the 15 up to about the 16 or 17-yard line before he goes down.
Goes to number 10, Courtney Swan.
Close to first down yardage. They'll give him an 8-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and a short 2 up at about the 18-yard line. Give to the running back. He breaks to the outside. Has got the first down, it looks like, and fights through another tackle. And should have the first down easily.
Brought down by number 12, Ryan Marshall.
So it is a first down for Brinkley.
Ball's out to the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, Tigers.
Ball will be spotted at the 25-yard line. They'll spread the field with two receivers wide to the left, one to the right, one man in the backfield. He's got the handoff, and he's got another first down. Nice running room and a big hole as he jumps forward to the 39-yard line before he goes down.
And now goes to number 9, Torrin Tucker.
That's Torrin Tucker, who's been running the ball here for Brinkley and running it very effectively on this possession. They began this drive at their own 11. Now they're out to the 38. Two receivers wide left. Quarterback Case Harrell again appears to be changing the play. 8 seconds left on the play clock. Here's the snap. He bobbled it. Now it's an exchange mix-up in the handoff, but the running back got back on the ball, picked it up, turned it forward for about 3 yards. So a nice job by Torrin Tucker of avoiding near disaster there and actually turning that forward for a positive plus yardage play of about 3 yards. Brings up 2nd and 7 for Brinkley with the ball at the 43-yard line, their own 43. This is their best field position of the night by far. They have yet to cross midfield and get into Brookland territory, but they're knocking on the door of Bearcat territory at this point. Receivers two to the left, one to the right. Give again to Tucker out over the left side. He's got running room in the flat, got a first down across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Actually, that was Courtney Swanigan was the ball carrier that time. Swanigan is a 5'11", 185-pound senior. So for the first time tonight, Brinkley has moved the ball into Brookland territory. And that will be the end of the first quarter. We've got one in the books at Bearcat Stadium. We'll step aside for a timeout. Back with second quarter action when we return with Brookland leading Brinkley 23-0. You're watching high school football on Tubetown.
Mom, what's wrong with the internet? Who's streaming again? Why is it so slow?
Why it's not working?
Mom, something's wrong with the internet.
I don't know.
Don't let your family suffer from a slow internet connection. With Ritter, you get the speed you need for online harmony. Speed matters. Get the highest internet speed only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
All right, we're now told that that was not the end of the first quarter. They put 20 seconds back on the clock. And so we are set to resume action. Meanwhile, we've got movement on the line, and now here come the flags.
Flag on the play. False start on the Tigers.
So it's a false start against Brinkley. Both sides jumped. Brinkley jumped first, and now that'll move the ball right back to the midfield stripe at the 50-yard line. It sets up 1st and 15. As we are in the waning seconds of the first quarter. Case Harrell, the Brinkley quarterback, receivers to each side, out of the gun, slips it to the tailback, and he finds the running tough, picks up a yard as he is tripped up at the Bearcat 49-yard line. And that will most likely have been the last play of the first quarter. We thought we had it a moment ago, but then they said to put some more time back on the clock. So now we've got one quarter complete. We'll step aside for a timeout. Back with second quarter action when we return. Brinkley trailing Brookland 23-0. Back with more high school football in a moment on Tubetown.
At Temps Plus Staffing, our business is a people business, and we're really good at what we do, whether you're looking for a clerical, industrial, or some other type of employment. Our staff knows where to find the right job for you that offers growth potential, benefits packages, and great pay. Stop by our office in Blytheville or Osceola, or check our website today. Temps Plus Staffing. Top jobs, reliable staff, great people.
Time to tune into a channel right by you. Community events, local news, and sports for you. Won't you tune into Tubetown?
Tubetown, you gotta tune in! Brought to you by Ritter Communications.
Welcome back to Bearcat Stadium. Randy Myers under the headset as we are set to begin second quarter action. Brookland in control of this one against the Brinkley Tigers. Brookland leads it 23-0 as we move into the second period here on their first varsity game in history. Ball at the 49-yard line of the Bearcats. Brinkley trying to go off tackle on second down over the right side, but once again finding the running room pretty tough. And it's basically a gain of a half yard. We'll say it's spotted just shy of the 48. So it's third and a little over 13 needed for Brinkley. Case Harrell, the Brinkley quarterback, setting his offense, sends two receivers to the near side, one to the right. Out of the gun, he's back to throw. Fires incomplete. Looking for Tyler Armstrong. Armstrong got his hands on it, but just didn't gather it in. And now it's 4th and 13, and the Brinkley drive stalls out at that point if they indeed do elect to punt here, as we would expect. They had penetrated to their best field position of the night at the Brookland 48, but they're back in punt formation. Ball, the punter standing at the 42-yard line. And now we have a flag and a delay of game penalty, apparently against Brinkley. Well, they were getting in no hurry there. So they'll back up 5 yards. And from the Brinkley point of view, certainly hope that they'll have better results with this punt. The last time they attempted to punt, the snap went over the punter's head and into the end zone. He had to go back on it and just fall on it for a safety. Meanwhile, the Brookland return men are set up back at about the 20-yard line. Low snap, he's able to get it away, and it's a nice punt. Fielded about the 15-yard line, now running lateral. Flag goes down. And Clay Humphrey has run out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. But there's a flag down just as he turned the corner. It may be a hold against Brookland. We'll wait and see. Or a clip, possibly. It is a hold, I believe. So they'll step off the penalty yardage, and we'll see where the Bearcats will start from. Early in the second quarter, Brookland leading 23-0. 3 touchdowns and a safety for the Bearcats, all in the first quarter.
Penalty is an illegal block in the back.
Ball's going to be spotted at about the 7-yard line, it appears. The 8-yard line, we'll say. At its 1st and 10 from there for Brookland, starting their worst field. This is their worst starting field position of the night. Working out of the shadow of their own end zone. Works, hands it off over the left side, and the running back gets upended. I mean, just belted in the chest. And a loss of 2. Well defended by the Tigers. Brings up 2nd and 12 from the 6. 2 receivers wide right for Brookland. One man goes wide left. Works, working out of the gun. Flags are down as the ball is snapped, and they'll blow it dead. So this will be an offsides penalty against Brinkley. So that brings up a 2nd and 7 situation now for Brookland. Ball moved back out to the 11-yard line. Running back takes it out over the right side for a pickup of about 2 or 3. And it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down
and 6 situation for the Bearcats. Early in the 2nd quarter. Works again, out of the gun, 2 back set. 1 back in the slot to each side. They'll give it off tackle. There's some running room up the middle. Running back breaks a tackle, hurdles the man. He's got a Brookland 1st down out over the 25 up to about the 26 or 7-yard line. And Brookland able to pick up the key conversion there on 3rd down. And they've got a 1st down, a fresh set of downs to work with. Ball spotted at their own 26, we'll call it. 1 receiver wide left, 2 to the right. Misdirection play, running back, I think that's Cantwell who's got it again. And he's up near the, close to the 40-yard line.
Brought down by number 45, Byron Baker.
Spot the ball at the 44.
The 34-yard line.
Rather, the 34.
Brings up 2nd down and 2.
And it's 2nd and 2 from there for Brookland. Receivers, 1 wide to each side. Running backs in the slots, left and right. Works out of the gun on a delayed draw. Hands it off, looks like Campbell again, I believe. He's should have enough for the 1st down, it appears. Maybe a flag on the play as well there at the end of the play.
Brought down by number 72, Jordan Watson.
There does appear to be laundry on the field once again. It's going to go against Brinkley, it appears.
Penalty is against the Tigers.
Too many men on the field for Brookland. At 12 players on the field, apparently. Still awaiting the step off, however. Looks like they're going to decline the penalty, apparently, and just take the play. So it's a 1st down. And the ball spotted at the just shy of the 39-yard line. Works out of the gun. Gives it off over the right side. The running back was Matt Blevins. He picks up about 4 or 5. Ball will be spotted at the 43. It'll be 2nd and just a little over 6 yards needed for a 1st down for Brookland. Receivers, 1 wide to each side again. Running backs in slots left and right. And play a little slow in developing. Brinkley able to defend it very well for no gain. Might have lost a little bit. We'll see where they put the football down.
down by number 59, Gary Cook. Brings up a 3rd down and 7.
Pickup of about a yard. It'll bring up 3rd and about 6.5 yards needed. 2 receivers wide left. 1 man slot left, 1 receiver to the right. And works, fakes the hands off, keeps it. He's close to first down yardage. Very close to a first down. Looks like he got even with the marker. So I think he got the first down. If not, he is very, very close. Well executed play by the shifty Brookland quarterback, Dylan Works. And we'll see where they spot the ball. It gets the first down, apparently. They're already getting ready to move the sticks.
And the ball is spotted. It's good for another Bearcat.
So the ball spotted at the 49-yard line of Brookland. And it is a fresh set of downs for the Bearcats from there. 3 receivers wide left, 1 to the right. Running back slot right. Works, again, working out of the guns. Brings a man in motion to the near side. That's Blevins. He ends up with a football and will be tackled after a short gain. Humphrey, rather, the ball carrier. Clay Humphrey got back to the line of scrimmage, so it's no gain. Sets up 2nd and 10 for Brookland from the 49. Bearcats get the play in from the sideline. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Running back slot left. Again, Dylan Works working out of the gun. Sends a man in motion to the left. Works in trouble. Here comes pressure. He's able to avoid the first wave of tacklers, but not the second. He'll be dropped for a loss back near the 45-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and long. 3rd and about 15 now for Brookland. Well, they had a huge 3rd down conversion a moment ago. We'll see if they can pull it off here again, but they've got 15 yards to go, so the chore is going to be a little tougher this time. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Running back slot right, works out of the gun. Back to throw. Here comes pressure. He fires complete in the backfield. Receiver shakes the tackler. A second one, dragging the tackler with him, but a little shy of the first down. However, it may be close enough for him to go for it on 4th down, as they're well inside Brinkley territory. Ball will be spotted about a yard shy of the first down marker at the 46. They're going for it. At the 44-yard line, rather. 2 receivers wide right on 4th and about a yard and a half after the spot. Man goes in motion to the left. Works, gives it off to Campbell. He's got running room. He may have coughed the ball up. Scramble for it. And let's see who's got it. Brookland thinks they've got it. No signal yet. So Brookland apparently did recover, and it is enough for the first down. So Brookland on this drive has put together a 3rd down conversion for a first down, and now a 4th down conversion for a first down. Ball spotted at the 39-yard line of Brinkley. And Brookland still on the move. They've scored every time they've had the ball so far tonight. Works back to throw, sets up, looking for a receiver. Got a man open, catch made. Jukes a tackler, still on his feet. Jukes breaks another tackler and finally brought down inside the 10-yard line as Blake Yarbrough hauls it in for big-time yardage, picks up some nice yards after the catch, and it looks to be another 1st and goal situation for Brookland. Brookland began this drive at their own 11-yard line. 1st and goal from about the 8 or 9 yard line. We'll call it the 9. Works, working out of the gun. Gives it off to Campbell. Finds some running room. Big hole, touchdown, Bearcats. Campbell takes it in from 9 yards out. As Brookland has scored once again every time they've had the ball tonight. That's Campbell's 2nd touchdown of the evening. He scored on the last possession for Brookland on a 33-yard run. Now we await the extra point kick by Blake Yarbrough, who pulled off a huge catch for several yards right prior to the touchdown for Brookland. Now awaiting a late substitution to get in the game for the Bearcats as Dylan Farrell comes hustling onto the field. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is down. This one may be a little off. Missed it to the left. And so that kick is no good with 5:23 remaining in the half. Our score is Brookland 29, Brinkley 0. We're back with more first half action when we return. You're watching high school football on Tubetown.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NEA Speedway here in Harrisburg for another edition of Saturday Night Speed right here on Tubetown.
Brinkley continues its onslaught here in their home opener at Bearcat Stadium. They've scored every time they have the ball. They now lead Brinkley 29-0. Here's a short kickoff, and the Brinkley return man gets leveled out of bounds, or leveled and knocked out of bounds, I should say. But Brinkley will start with good field position. Following the short kick, the ball will be spotted at their own 46-yard line. But Brookland flexing their muscle early in this one. They lead Brinkley 29-0. That last play unofficially covering 89 yards in 10 plays, capped off by the 9-yard run by Cantwell for Brookland. Still waiting for Brinkley to get set offensively. They'll send two receivers to the near side, two to the far side. Case Harrell, the quarterback, gives it off to that shifty little running back who's been effective somewhat tonight, Torrin Tucker. Tucker picks up about 3 near the 49-yard line. Looks like they'll spot it at the 50. It'll be a 4-yard gain, sets up 2nd and 6 for Brinkley. Case Harrell working out of the gun for the Tigers on 2nd and 6 from midfield. Now he's getting some more signals from the sideline, and once again appears to be changing the play. And now he takes too much time doing so and runs out of room, and it's a delay of game penalty against Brinkley. So it moves the ball back to the 45 and sets up a 2nd and 11 situation for Brinkley. Three receivers to the near side this time. One man goes wide right. And the running back gets upended and clotheslined back at about the 42-yard line. Torrin Tucker, that play a little slow in developing, and the Brookland down linemen were able to take advantage of it and just blow it up in the backfield for Brinkley. It's a loss back to about the 43, and it sets up 3rd and 13 now. Underway here in the late in the second quarter now. Case Harrell working out of the gun, sets up, fires over the middle, got a receiver, catch made, running hard near a first down. I believe he got it on that last second effort lunge. The pass was caught by Murphy Moorman, and he appears to have a first down for Brinkley to keep their drive alive. Well executed play that time by the Tigers. Brinkley, when they execute, has done pretty well tonight. They just have kind of been their own worst enemy at times, a lot of times tonight. Made some mistakes that Brookland's been able to take advantage of. Here's Harrell out of the gun. Again, fires over the middle to Tucker this time. Tucker got some blockers out in front of him, and he's close to another first down. Actually, that was Tyler Armstrong who made that catch. There's a flag down back at about the 40-yard line. So this may be coming back. Ineligible receiver downfield, apparently. So he had a good fleet of blockers out there, and now we understand why, because some of them were blockers who were too far downfield. So that'll negate what would have been another Brinkley first down. Now they're going to wave the flag off now, it looks like. So they'll pick the flag up and wave it off, and it will indeed be a Brinkley first down. Ball will be spotted at the 34-yard line of Brookland. Brinkley with their best field position of the evening. Low snap, and Harrell's in trouble. Now he gets it off to Armstrong, who breaks free to the outside and finds the sideline before he's knocked out of bounds.
Brought down by number 22 tackler Colbert.
It'll bring up second down for Brinkley. 3:12 remaining in the first half.
Brings up a 2nd and 8 for the Tigers.
2nd and 8. 3 receivers to the near side. One man goes wide right for Brinkley. And a blast through the line of scrimmage defensively for Brookland. Getting there first to drop the running back for a loss was Robert Jennings, a 6'1", 265-pound tackle. He just shredded his blocker and made short work of him, and then blew up the running back for a loss of about 2 or 3 yards. Ball spotted back at the 35-yard line on 3rd and 13 now for Brinkley. 2 receivers to the left. One goes wide right. Case Harrell back to throw. Sets up, looking downfield. Fires downfield. Catch made on a short pass to Murphy Mormon, and he's out of bounds for another first down over on the far sideline for Brinkley. Ball will be spotted at the 22 or the 21-yard line. We'll call it the 21. And it's a first down from there. Actually, the ball's about the 16. Here's a big hole for the running back, and then he runs over a tackler, and then there may be a loose ball, it looks like. The ball came loose at the end of the run, and we'll see who's got it. So apparently Brinkley got the ball back. So now it's a 1st and goal situation.
Brings up a 1st and goal for the Tigers. Ball's at the 4-yard.
Ball spotted at the 4. And we've got a timeout on the field taken by Brookland. We'll take one as well. 1:48 remaining in the first half. Our score, Brookland 29, Brinkley 0. We're back with more first half action when we return with high school football on Tubetown.
Mom, what's wrong with the internet? Who's streaming again? Why is it so slow?
Why it's not working?
Mom, something's wrong with the internet.
I don't know.
Don't let your family suffer from a slow internet connection. With Ritter, you get the speed you need for online harmony. Speed matters. Get the highest internet speed only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
Minute 48 left to play in the first half. Brinkley with their best field position of the night, threatening to put some points on the board for the first time tonight. They trail at 29-0, but right now they're looking at 1st and goal from the Brookland 4-yard line. One receiver is wide left. Case Harrell, the quarterback, hands it off over the right side. The running back breaks into the corner of the end zone and scores from 4 yards away. Torrin Tucker, the running back, was scoring the first touchdown of the night for Brinkley. And it comes at the 1:43 mark of the second quarter. It looks like they'll go for 2 on the conversion attempt. Torrin Tucker in the backfield behind the quarterback Harrell, who lines up under center this time. Hands it off to Tucker. Tucker trying to break to the outside. Slips the first tackler and will still be stopped a little bit shy of the end zone. So the 2-point conversion attempt is unsuccessful. So with 1:43 remaining in the half, our score now is Brookland 29, Brinkley 6. Back with more in a moment. This is high school football on Tubetown.
Time to tune into a channel right by you. Community events, local news, and sports for you. Won't you tune into Tubetown?
Tubetown, you gotta tune in. Brought to you by Ritter Communications.
1:43 left to play here in the first half. Brinkley's on the board, courtesy of a 4-yard run by Torrin Tucker. And now here's the Tiger kickoff to Brookland. The return out near the 45-yard line. So Brookland will take over again in good field position.
Return by number 25, Corey Chesser. Brought down by number 6, Chase Harrell. Falls out to the 45-yard line. Bearcats take over, 1st and 10.
So it's a first down for Brookland at their own 45-yard line. 1:36 remaining in the half. Brookland leads 29-6. Dillon works the Brookland quarterback, sets his offense with 3 receivers wide right, 1 to the left, 1 man in the slot to the right. That's Campbell. He gets the ball. No, he doesn't. It's Works who fakes it and takes it forward for a first down onto the Brinkley 44-yard line. Works, very shifty quarterback, looking very impressive at times. Does a great job on selling the fake. And then he can do some damage after he does so. He's got pretty shifty, quick feet. First down for Brookland at the Brinkley 44. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Delayed draw. Slow developing play. They get back to the line of scrimmage. Campbell, the ball carrier. No gain, brings up 2nd and 10 from the 45. Actually, they're going to call it a loss of a yard, so it's 2nd and 11. 2 to the right on receivers, 1 to the left, 1 man slot right, as 1 man goes in motion to the left now. Campbell again gets the fake, and Works keeps it, gets across the line of scrimmage for about a yard, maybe 2. It'll be 3rd down. We'll call it a 1-yard gain, 3rd and 10. Ball at the 44-yard line. And Brookland will take a timeout. With 47 seconds remaining in the half, we'll take one as well, with Brookland leading Brinkley 29-6. You're watching high school football on Tubetown.
Mom, what's wrong with the internet? Who's streaming again? Why is it so slow?
It's not working.
Mom, something's wrong with the internet.
I don't know.
Don't let your family suffer from a slow internet connection. With Ritter, you get the speed you need for online harmony. Speed matters. Get the highest internet speed only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
Set to resume action after a quick timeout by Brookland. 3rd and 10 for the Bearcats. After the timeout, Works is back to throw. Fires downfield. It's picked off. This may be a pick 6 as Brinkley is in position to take it to the house. 1 man left to beat, and they are into the end zone. So about a 65-yard return for an interception for Brinkley, and the Tigers now are right back in this ball game. We've got Deshaun Tyler was the D-back or the linebacker who picked it off and returned it about 65 yards for a score for Brinkley. So now we await the point after conversion attempt for the Tigers. It appears they'll go for 2. 35 or 34.5 seconds remaining. And now we await the 2-point conversion for the Tigers. They lose the ball, drop the football. The quarterback gets back on it and finds the end zone. So Case Harrell sneaks it in from 2 yards away for the 2-point conversion. 34.5 seconds remaining, and that now makes it 29-14. And so we've got a timeout on the field. We'll step aside for a quick timeout as well. We're back with more in a moment. You're watching high school football on Tubetown.
At Temps Plus Staffing, our business is a people business, and we're really good at what we do, whether you're looking for a clerical, industrial, or some other type of employment. Our staff knows where to find the right job for you that offers growth potential, benefits packages, and great pay. Stop by our office in Blytheville or Osceola, or check our website today. Temps Plus Staffing. Top jobs, reliable staff, great people.
Welcome back to Bearcat Stadium. Brinkley has scored 2 unanswered touchdowns. They just scored on a 65-yard interception return. Now we'll see if they onside kick it. They do, and it's still a live ball. I believe now Brinkley will down it as they muffed the onside kick attempt. And that's going to be a kick for negative yardage, actually. I'm not sure how that happened. But Brookland's going to get the ball back at the 40-yard line. 29-14 our score. Brookland with the lead. 34.5 seconds remaining. Brookland will take over at the Brinkley 39. So we've seen Dylan Works has got a decent arm. They'll have a chance to take a couple of cracks at the end zone here. Still enough time to get 2, maybe 3 plays off if they work the clock well. Works out of the gun, back to throw, fakes it. Now hands it off on a Statue of Liberty play to Campbell, but well defended by Brinkley. Campbell got really only about a yard out of that at best. We'll call it a 1-yard gain after the spot. So it's 2nd and 9. 9 seconds left. And they'll run the football. Tackled for a short gain, and most likely that was the last play of the first half, and probably just as well because Lightning appears to have returned to Brookland once again. So after a long first half that was delayed nearly an hour for one Lightning delay, the first half has finally come to a close with 1 in the books, 2 quarters in the books, 1 half in the books, I should say. Our score at Bearcat Stadium is Brookland 29, Brinkley 14. We'll come back to recap scoring from the first 2 quarters after this timeout. You're watching high school football on Tubetown.
At Temps Plus Staffing, our business is a people business, and we're really good at what we do, whether you're looking for a clerical, industrial, or some other type of employment. Our staff knows where to find the right job for you that offers growth potential, benefits packages, and great pay. Stop by our office in Blytheville or Osceola, or check our website today. Temps Plus Staffing. Top jobs, reliable staff, great people.
Time to tune into a channel right by you. Community events, local news, and sports for you. Won't you tune into Tubetown?
Tubetown, you gotta tune in! Brought to you by Ritter Communications.
Mom, what's wrong with the internet? Who's streaming again? Why is it so slow?
Why it's not working?
Mom, something's wrong with the internet.
I don't know.
Don't Don't let your family suffer from a slow internet connection. With Ritter, you get the speed you need for online harmony. Speed matters. Get the highest internet speed only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
We welcome you back to Bearcat Stadium here in Brookland. First game ever for varsity football here at Brookland High School, and the Bearcats dominated the first quarter. They led the 23-0 at the end of the first quarter. We saw the first quarter delayed almost an hour by lightning and inclement weather that moved into the area as the remnants of Tropical Storm Isaac continue to leisurely make it their way through northeast Arkansas. But let's recap scoring from the first half. Brookland got on the board first at the 9:55 mark of the first quarter. An 8-yard run by Matthew Blevins. Blake Yarbrough's extra point kick was good. The drive covered 67 yards in 6 plays, and Brookland led 7-0 at that point. The Bearcats would score again with 5:38 remaining in the first quarter on a 1-yard run by quarterback Dylan Works. Yarbrough again there with the extra point kick for Brookland. That put the Bearcats on top 14-0, capping off a 9-play, 46-yard scoring drive for the Bearcats. With 3:42 to play in the first quarter, Brookland got their third score of the night. The defense getting this score as Brinkley attempted to punt. The punt went over the head. The snap went over the head of the punter, and he was able to jump on it and land on it in the end zone for a safety. That put Brookland on top 16-0 at that point with 3:42 remaining in the first quarter. Brookland would score again with 2:21 remaining in the first quarter on an impressive 33-yard run by Kevin Campbell. Blake Yarbrough's extra point kick was right down the middle, and that covered capped off a 4-play, 38-yard scoring drive for the Bearcats and put Brookland on top 23-0 at that point. That would be the end of the first quarter scoring. Brookland would score again with 5:23 remaining in the second quarter on a 9-yard run by Kevin Campbell. That time the extra point kick by Blake Yarbrough was wide left. The drive covered 89 yards in 10 plays and put Brookland on top 29-0 at that point. Then finally Brinkley woke up a little bit and got back in the football game. Their first score came with 1:43 to play in the half on a 4-yard run by Torrin Tucker. The 2-point conversion attempt was unsuccessful. It finished off an 8-play scoring drive for the Bearcats and made the score 29-6. And then just about a minute later, with 34 seconds remaining in the second quarter, Deshaun Tyler stepped in front of a Brookland receiver and picked off a Dylan Works pass for a pick six. He took it 65 yards to the house. The extra point, the 2-point conversion attempt was good on the run by quarterback Case Harrell, and that made our score 29-14, which is where we stand here at halftime at this point. We'll step aside for a timeout. We're back with second half action. When we return in a moment, you're watching high school football on Tubetown.
At Temps Plus Staffing, our business is a people business, and we're really good at what we do, whether you're looking for a clerical, industrial, or some other type of employment. Our staff knows where to find the right job for you that offers growth potential, benefits packages, and great pay. Stop by our office in Blytheville or Osceola, or check our website today. Temps Plus Staffing. Top jobs, reliable staff, great people.